Chapter 4. Use evidence from the past, empirical evidence, to make commitments. The Oxford Dictionary denotes the word empirical as based on, concerned with, or verifiable by observation or experience rather than theory or pure logic. By definition, this means that any evidence that is empirical has its basis on fact, something that has actually happened before and can be relied upon as evidence. This contrasts with theoretical and logical evidence which, though often plausible to our eardrums, do not always have their basis in fact. Let us take my journey to work, for example. Logically speaking, I know that my train leaves my local station at 8:12 and reaches its destination at 8:46. I know that it is no more than a 15-minute walk to my station from my apartment. Therefore, if I leave my apartment at 7:57, then I should definitely reach the station near work at 8:46, right? Of course not. This sounds plausible, but we can use our empirical knowledge to factor in some known delays, such as 1. Depending on the weather, I usually need to walk slower to avoid slipping on ice, taking an extra 5 minutes. 2. The train is usually anywhere between 5:02 and 6 minutes late. These are two pieces of consistent evidence which should be used in our calculation. If we do not use them, then we reduce the chances of getting to work on time and could end up being consistently late. Looking at the above would lead me to add at least 11 minutes of buffer to my journey. Comparing this analogy to that of a team trying to hit a deadline, estimates should always be based on the ideal time to do something in addition to a buffer as follows. 1. Number of days in the sprint equals 10, but we minus off 1 for planning. 1, because we always have at least a day of meetings, and a half a day because we always get that many hours of issues, equals 7.5 days. 2, QA cutoff equals 2 days before the end of the sprint to leave contingency for final testing. 3, features estimates equals 5-point estimate, but I will make it 8 points because technically this is tricky to figure out. 4, task estimate equals 1 day of effort plus half a day for refactoring and bug fixing, meaning 1.5 days. If this is done for every estimate, we end up with a project that is very well insulated from failure and very well placed to deliver on time based on real, relevant evidence from the past.